I was an ROTC cadet at Texas A&M, went through the program there and became a commissioned officer, second lieutenant infantry in 1966. Went to infantry officer basic school, airborne school, and then I thought I was going to the airborne brigade in Germany, and I wound up in the 24th Mechanized Infantry Division as a platoon leader in Munich, Bavaria, Germany. Nice. While we were in Germany, this was the beginning of the buildup in Vietnam. Troops were being rotated out of Germany to send into Vietnam, 1965-66 period. There were basically no captains and no majors, very few E7s, didn't have any E8s in the battalion. If you made E7 or E8, you were shipping out. If you made captain, you were on the way to Vietnam. So I reported in as an infantry platoon leader. I spent about 6 months leading an infantry platoon when the company commander, who was a first lieutenant, made captain. And guess what? He went to Vietnam. That put me up as the commander of A Company, 2nd Battalion, 21st Infantry Division, as a second lieutenant. And I'd been in Germany in the battalion about 5 months at that time. From there, we did the NATO defense, looking at the communist situation, Cold War. Czechoslovakia was communist territory, and our mission on the 24th was to move out if they came across, take up the defensive positions, and try to hold for 24 hours and don't expect a relief. So that's what I was doing there in Germany. I advanced because of the drawdown going to Vietnam. Many opportunities for young officers that you would not have had came up for us. After I was company commander for about 5 months, we came to June of 1967, which was the 6-day war down in Egypt, and Nasser was talking about taking over the American properties. We didn't know where we were going, but we were told to get ready to go. We were the Go Company, and they put us on standby, 30-minute alert to move out. And my colonel told me to get A Company ready, that we were going to be the Go Company, and he'd get there as soon as he could with the rest of the battalion. So when he finished the briefing, he told me to go find all the missing TONE parts, the men and equipment. And when I stood up, I said, well, sir, I can tell you right now, we need to requisition one captain to lead A Company. And he looked at me and said, Lieutenant Marion, get out of this office. You're leading A Company. Now get up there and get A Company ready to go. So that was my orders to get A Company ready. I am told later, as the war developed with the Israelis and the Egyptians, that 30 minutes later, had it lasted longer, because the Air Force had already been alerted to bring the aircraft down to 1st and Fellbrook airfield, which was our departure airfield. So we were close to getting something mixed up down there in the 6-day war. The purpose that we were to conserve, they took us off our APC tracks and put us in trucks, and we became motorized infantry so that we could reinforce the air police that were holding Wheelus Air Force Base to prevent Nasser from taking over that position. Later, I was fortunate enough to serve as the executive officer of the battalion. 24th Division in our battalion was a nuclear-capable battalion, so I had the battalion nuclear codes as the executive officer. And this is a guy that's 25 years old, is a first lieutenant, that's been in the Army less than 14 months. The colonel just said, I'm not going to try to run this battalion any longer without an executive officer. I was a senior lieutenant, so I became the executive officer. As such, when the battalion was rotated to Fort Riley, Kansas, under Operation Reforger 1, I was the advanced party commander for the battalion. This was in January of 1968. But the Army had a different plan for me. I got orders to head for Vietnam.